Hello, 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 and welcome to another One Lion of Code. I am One Lion. Hello, good VJ. Hello, Mojo. You indeed are first. And you even posted for me in Discord since the bot doesn't like to tell people when people go live. Whew, thank you so much for that. Hi, happy Monday. So today in the US is Labor Day. I don't know if any other countries celebrate Labor Day, but typically it is a day off of normal work. But I decided to keep doing the normal stream today, even though I have been spending the majority of the day doing some studying for, what's it called? Certification exam type thing. Oh, and I got an itchy nose. All right. And today is a day off of school too. But that is also because you are in the US. I already did my AZU 204. I did that last year. So I just had to do a renewal this year. And I finished that last week. I don't remember what day, but it was last week. So I'm doing the AI 900. The Fundamentals of AI, I think is what it's called. So anyway, let me just make sure that my screen is the right screen. It is. I connected a different display. All right, so onward to the screen. If you are new here, which I doubt many of you are, the project that we've been doing on, you know what, this thing is probably not started. Just kidding. Oi, bot this. Please to connect. I restarted my computer because of updates and such. Oh. And there we go. Okay, so this is the project that we have been working on stream. It is a Blazor cross-platform project in general. And you can see it on GitHub, fully open source, at the link that I just provided. If you're interested in seeing our entire process, including just over an hour and a half of chatting per stream on average, then feel free to watch the videos from the beginning on the YouTube channel. It's in a playlist called Project 1. Financial management playlists. This one, Project 01 Blazor Project Financial Management. So I post all of my videos, all of my VODs to YouTube's after we stream, at least 24 hours after we stream. Okay, so that said, we have been working on a calculator functionality, a built-in calculator, and we have a bunch of tests that should all be passing now, and we can come up with some new test cases to make it make it even more robust. But first, let me say hello to everyone else that just came in. Hello, Napalm. Happy Labor Day to you as well, and hello, Zush. Zush. Zosh. Sorosh. All right. I think I turned my headphones down a little bit too low. Either that or I turned the music. No, music's good level. Awesome. There were build errors, of course, because it's running. I wonder if I can set maybe a different one. I do have a different one. What about the WPF? What if I set this as my startup project? Can I use .NET Watch and run my tests at the same time? Right click. No, not right click. Just push this button. There shouldn't be any skipped tests in the calculator group of tests. But yay, there we are. bunches and bunches of past calculator tests. Not a single failure in sight. Good VJ says, what does my shirt say? It says tiger teeth. It says tiger. Anyway, gosh, I don't know how to hold it. Which way's up? Which way? Anyway, Walk the Moon. They have a song called Tiger Teeth. This is a Walk the Moon shirt. And Good VJ says, my first summer class of 2 months is over. Beginning of fall season is coming up. Ooh. I do not miss having to take courses on a daily basis. Lost in thought. Disappeared down that rabbit hole for a while. Okay. These are all extra tests that I eventually want to do. But for now, what I would like to do to finish off the calculator is to put these buttons in a Mobetta styled thing in an expected way, where we might have, you know what, let's just model after this because I'm not feeling super duper creative. Divide times minus plus, and then equals. That feels a little imbalanced, yeah? I guess one thing that I do want is for the slash to look like a divide. So let's go find ourselves a Unicode divide character symbol. This one works for me. You are, oh, and div. Let's use that. That's kind of why I wanted the Unicode character. It's fine, right? It's fine. So if we do this, then all that I would have to do is tell it to use markups, I think. And we go back and we see this thing. Oh, it's not running anymore. / can work too. It could. It could. And in fact, you know what? Does this actually show? No, it actually shows the symbol. Okay, never mind. Just kidding. I was going to say, does this actually show / when it does the formula output? But it does not. There we go. Divide. I got. Don't mind the vacant expression. Nobody's home. On break. Did I miss a thing? I think I missed a thing. Kind of looks like I missed a thing, but I didn't. Okay. So let's. I really don't like what it's going to look like. All right, for now, I'm going to style divide times plus minus to be directly next to the numbers. I could also style it to look like a number pad, what would go in the top left? I'm going to see what it looks like as a number pad. What do you think? Comments down below. No, I'm kidding. So number pads on keyboards have numlock above the 7, divide, times, minus, plus taking up 2 rows equals taking up 2 rows. Decimal, 0 taking up 2 columns, but we also have the negative, so I think it'll be fine if we just leave that. And then we'll figure out what to put above the 7. Probably we'll come up with something clever. Yeah, we will, cause we can. Cause we're cool like that. All right. Yeah, they also have modulo. Modula. Not all of them do, though. And for a financial, like a very simplistic financial calculator, the typical thing that you're going to do is add and subtract. And that's actually percent, not modulo. Interesting. We'll think of something. We will think of something. But for now, how would I want to do the actual output? I would want so right now the way that we're displaying the numpad items is we are just iterating through our list of keys. Ooh, awesome. Well, we are definitely open to hearing what you've learned, Mojo. So Mojo says, I'm like 2 hours of videos away from learning unit testing in the course I'm taking. I would be happy to take any of your knowledge dump. I have an idea. Let's use CSS, a combination of CSS and maybe tab index. We'll find out. Do we have calculator Sass? We do. Okay. For our num display, is it called number output? It's not called number output. So much. My brain is already full. Calc buttons. Okay, so instead of grid template rows and columns, actually, I'm okay with grid template rows and columns. We'll do 4, and we'll still do 5. Still do 5. So 4 columns, 5 rows. It's going to make this look really weird. And actually, before I do that, let us commit what we got. The last thing we did was implemented the consecutive equal sign. No, consecutive operator. Yeah. Okay. And actually, now that we're done with that, I am also going to push this so that the latest for this branch is on GitHub. Hello, Thindle. Thindle says, don't worry, my brain is on vacation. Hi, friends. Hi, Thindle. You guys do not know Thindle. First shout out of the Monday. He is an amazing .NET developer doing a lot of modernization and migration work on an existing .NET framework to later versions of .NET. Give him a check out. He also created a really cool, really helpful Visual Studio extension called Nodox, where if you're a presenter, if you are someone that shares your screen with other people and you don't want them to see your secrets on accident, then it'll get masked out. I always showed this file, but it looked like it was completely masked out because I had comments everywhere. But if you do not have comments and your JSON or XML is parsable, then it will show the keys. The keys as far as the object properties for all of your JSON objects, and then mask out the values, which could be API keys or other types of keys and secrets. But yeah, so if for some reason your JSON is malformed, it can't parse it, then it will just mask everything out by default. And then it will also mask out comments. You have a couple of options for what you want to show. Yeah. And I can do this because I'm not afraid of showing you my database because it's my at-home database with trusted connection. But if I was in, like when I was working for the Rocky Mountain Arsenal, I was streaming the project that I was working on and I would go into my secrets on occasion. So I would want to make sure that I don't show you any of them values. Let's see. Or maybe do save. I don't know if I saved after I uncommented. Oh, no, I didn't. But yeah. Definitely check it out. Check it out. I love how you love my little thing. I didn't say anything about your little thing. I was talking about your Visual Studio extension. What? What are you even talking about? Okay. So here's what we're gonna do. We're going to have our numeric buttons first, and then we're gonna have our math operations next, which for some reason is in the order of divide, multiply, plus, minus. So that's going to move them from down here to up here. After I tell it to, no, it should just hot reload and do it. Hello. Why not? That's weird. So it would have, except it didn't. Nodox is like backups. You never think you'll need Nodox until you need Nodox. It is very, very helpful though. Nice little safety net. Okay, come on. Come on. You know what? Let's just do this. Let's do batter. I think. Is this what we want? I think this is what we want. We'll figure it out, right? Don't want you like that. So now because I am forcing a specific layout, then I am looking for, yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. Okay, good. I'm looking to put these in a specific order and then have their tab indexes updated appropriately. So since we know what this structure should sorry, I'm back. Since we know what this structure should look like, it's still tickling my throat. What's the deal? Stop. We are going to go ahead and provide a grid template. And that grid template is going to look like button. What order did I put these in? We're going to do nothing. Sorry. Nothing in this top left corner yet. But you will always need a thindle. This is true. And then we're going to have divide, multiply, minus. And that is our 4 columns across. Then on our next row, we're going to have button 7. Can I do it like this? I think I could do it like this. Button 8, button 9, and button plus. And on the next row, button 4, button 5, button 6, button plus. So again, this is going to take up 2 rows. On the next row, we're going to have button 1, 2, and 3. I got this. I know what I'm doing. And then button submit. And then button negate. That's what I'm going to call it. Followed by button 0, followed by button decimal, followed by button submit. And we'll see if we want to move these things around, but we're going to do this in a way that makes it easy for us to place them. So this entire thing here is just making it so we can template it however we want. So that's going away, or that's going to stay actually. And we're just going to do, actually, let me do it like this. Grid area button 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You know what? Though we're using SAS. You know what the cool thing about SAS is? One of the many cool things about SAS, button comma. I mean, it's still your decimal denoter. So We can do, I don't know the syntax off the top of my head, @4 $I. Hey, thank you, Copilot. 0 through 9, and we want the grid area to be button 0 through 9. Oh wait, the hash does stay because we're outputting the variable. It's not a literal hash, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Okay, so then the only ones that are left over are button N for negate. Oh, that's not going to work anyway. And hash button -N for negate. Divide, multiply, plus decimal minus MA. Yeah. Okay, so this actually needs to be button dash. And why did I put, how did I end up putting percent? Dude, I don't want to format this file now, but I'm gonna have to. Here, I'll do it like this. Copy, format everything, pasta. No. Oh wait, that works. Okay, and this one is going to be grid area button negate. This one's going to be grid area button. Oh, you're so mean. It's like, I'll do it for negate, but I won't do decimal because Dukesoft, obviously. Because it's got to be button comma. Come on. Button, come on. Everything? No, so. Minus. Did I do subtract or did I do minus? I did minus. Loose. Hello, IJG. Another fantastic member of our community, and we're a member of his community. Awesome game developer. Check out Irish John Games, working in Unity all day, every day. Having fun doing so. Check out Rise of Piracy on the Steams over there. I believe you will enjoy it. If nothing else, wishlist it. Spread the love. Get people excited about this. It looks awesome. He's working on redoing the water. I don't know how far you got with that because I didn't watch you on Saturday. But on Friday, I believe you were still trying to do level of detail on the water and revamp the system that you were using. So I don't know where you're at on that, but I hope you were able to get something figured out. It's a difficult one. Might not be able, yeah, I mean, just check this out. It looks awesome. Awesomes. You get to pilot ships, you get to tell them where to go, do some strategy type stuff, some real-time telling your crew to go do trades or go inhabit an island or take an island or whatever. You choose. Your choice. There's missions, there's quests. I don't know what they're called. Quests? Just quests. Maybe missions. But looking forward to it. Gonna be great. Multiply. And he is backed by a fantastic publisher by the name of Microprose. I got no lips. I got no words. But yes, absolutely, Irish John. I mean, just John. You're definitely a very enjoyable person to watch do the things that you do. You got fun stuff on your stream when it works. I know lately your bot has been not doing so well. But at least you still have the drop game from from InstaFluff. I couldn't think of what the actual name of the entire collection of stream stuff. What bot? I was about to say Happy Tree Friends, but that's not InstaFluff. That's just terrible. Okay. All right, so here we are. Here's our calculator so far. Kind of looks like your numpad. And then we have a remove and clear all. I don't know why clear all is all lowercase. And where's regular clear, by the way? Huh? Oh, the yar. The Irish yar. I was like, what are you talking about, Dugasoft? Dugasoft is like, you cheat. I wants that emote. True. True, true, true. And also true. Yeah. I don't know. You just have a lot of really cool, fun ones. Like this thing that's not really there. True, 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 true. Two. Okay. I need to figure out what I'm gonna put. I think I'm gonna put the remove up here and make it look like a left arrow, like, you know, backspace kind of thing. Is that terrible? Am I terrible? Of course I'm a terrible. Let's try it out, see what happens. So this is going to be our remove button. I'm going to put it here. And actually, these are going to go before the numeric keys. And I'll tell you why in a little bit. Spoiler alert, it has to do with tab order. I'm looking for a real love baby. You guys are gonna start charging people to use it? It's about time for me to change my start screen. I really liked in a tab for a while, but just like everyone else, they're like, hey, we can monetize this. What am I looking for? I am looking for a Unicode character. Left arrow. Looking for the long left arrow. That means backspace. Oh gosh, what does that normally look like? Oh wait, there it is. This one. Ooh. That doesn't look long enough. How do you write the Unicode characters and hash 2190? Maybe. I could be wrong. Nope. Not and hash. Straight. I don't know if I could do that with that one. Excuse me, how do I write you in HTML? Let's just see if there's already one. Adds carriage return. Aha! Aha! I found one. Laro. You did it, Dugasoft. You made it. There we go. All right, and then you'll need some kind of title. Backspace. Okay. Decimal goes down here. And negate. Wait, decimal goes to the right of you. So you stay there. Okay. You, and you will all get title with a capital T. All right. Could you also do something like this? Ooh. Do you like this one better? Because, yeah, I like it. I mean, like, I still want it to only take up this amount of space. Oh gosh, I've forgotten how to navigate. But I'm pretty sure that kind of icon could fit. Yeah. So, which one are you for material icons? Backspace. So let's go to iconify.design, icons, find backspace from, I guess any of these really work. This one maybe? Let's try it. Let's just see what it looks like. Excuse me, you need to squish this way. Hello. There you go. Save. And is that too small? Fill, current color, style, font size, 1 rem. 1M is what I said. 1M. Okay, so then what happens if make the button remove, remove. Oh, that's a button that we don't have a test for, by the way. Great. Grid area, button remove. Works for me. We will put you here. Oh my gosh, just work with me. Wow, that's the same number of characters as button negate. Nice. Great job on not completely destroying my styles. Did nobody tell you you're not supposed to be streaming or working on Labor Day? I know. I get to do what I want on Labor Day. That's the whole point of it. I'm having funs. Why did that happen though? Not exactly sure where my styles did go. It took a me to do it, I bet. I bet not. I bet you I chose to do it on my own. But yeah, if you guys don't know Big Gamey, he is fantastic. He is wonderful. He is so awesome to hang out with. Love his energy. I love his faces. Baby face included, baby voice not so much. But other than that, all around good guy. Check out his streams. He submitted his Game Jam game, which was retro games reimagined, classics reimagined, and had a nice demo put together that we got to see on Irish John's stream. Premiered on Irish John's stream. See it nowhere else. It was amazing and cool. See it there first. Whatever. However you want to say it. But he made a 3D snake. Redeems baby face without voice for the next 30 minutes. Yeah, then he'll I'm guessing you're going back to your primary game, or are you going to do Journ Jam? Yeah, in less than 2 weeks. Which I assume, or I don't even want to assume, but I'm gonna try guessing that you're gonna work on it a little bit on stream as part of your stream content. I still got something stuck in my throat. So the problem is I typically eat a small meal bar before the stream so that I don't get too hungry during the stream. Since normally on a regular normal weekday, I have a meeting at 9:30, which often hangs over, goes longer than it should. And then pretty much getting off of the call right at 10:30. So I try to eat something before that, but since today was Labor Day, I ate my meal bar at 10:25, and now I got chunks of it stuck in my throat. Cool, so Big Amy says, I will try to stream more for this jam. I'm gonna be experimenting more, so it could be more of a blooper reel. Awesome. I love, like, my wife and I were actually talking about this recently. She brought it up where our education system is at a point where it's like, if you don't get the right answer, then you're going to be punished or made fun of or talked about or whatever. When really the thing that our education system should do is explore, experiment, try to find out if you can find an answer. There are some things that are already established, but first explore on your own. Make mistakes. If you don't fail at least once, then you're doing it wrong, kind of thing. Change the mentality and all. Okay, what happened to my... Big Amy says, exactly, I couldn't agree more. Chunks in my throat sounds like a gangster rap. Anyway, couldn't agree more. You have to fail to succeed. I have the first part down. Be nice to yourself. You're more success than failure. Me, I'm kind of just spinning my wheels. I kind of just run in place for a while. But yes, what did I do wrong that is causing my grid to no longer be a grid? Calc buttons is no longer display grid. So what was that happen? Here we are. Calc buttons. which I should be. Oh, how did I manage that? At some point in time, I must have click dragged a letter. I don't know how that would have happened. Okay, so what do we think about this one then? Ducasoft for erase one number. And actually, what? I took the logic out because I need to write a test test in order to implement it. Anyway, is it still hard to see? Should I try to make it bigger? Keep it at 24? See what happens? I think we're gonna do that. Eyeballs twitching. Thindle says, I'm really looking forward to DevDrive. It has a bunch of nice features, but the main one for me is that it gives me a clear place of where to put my source instead of doing a boo-boo and spreading it out all over my drives. I have one drive that is dedicated to my... Actually, dang it. I used to have one drive that was dedicated to all of my repos, and then I increased the size of my C drive. And so now, I can't show. Oh, I could just do this. There we go. So now I have a 4 terabyte NVMe drive for my main system drive. Yeah. But all of my repos used to be on my D drive, which is a solid state. And then this is just an external 1 terabyte spinny disk drive. And then this is another external solid state. And then my Google Drive. So yeah, so now everything goes on my C:\repos / and then depends on what I'm working on. Git, Java workspaces, whatever. Because you know I work on Java projects all the time. Okay, what do we think about that backspace? Maybe something else that I would like is... Yeah, I kind of like that. Is some padding around just the buttons area. So in calc buttons, I'm going to add a left and right padding of about 2 font sizes. Let us go. Where are we going? I just have a dev folder on one of my drives. Yeah, that's pretty nice. And Thindle says that one is a mirrored. Oh, hold on. I'll click on that in 12 seconds. Adding 0 top and bottom. And I said about 2 rem. Okay. Maybe more. Yeah, we'll do that for now. Oh, I have a games drives. That's my D drive on this computer. Oh, did I actually move my games into C drive now that it has more space and will be faster, loads faster, runs faster? Steam games, Steam library, Steam apps. Yeah, I'm installing all of my games on C drive now too. Okay, here is Findle's, where he has a terabyte C drive. I'm gonna guess this is NVMe, because nobody uses SSD or worse SCSI for their C drive, or SATA even. I mean, definitely not SCSI for their main system hard drive. And use Discord when you post pictures. Stop it with this Imgur. I'm tired of Imgur. It's like, it's just not good. They display ads that are just not good. Yeah, that one is a mirrored 2 times 4 terabyte spinning Rust. Oh, on the project drive. Okay. P is mirrored spinning Rust. T and E are NVMe. D is an old SATA SSD. H and M are on my NAS. So that's 4 times spinning Rust with RAID 5 and 1 terabyte solid state 4 cache, which can essentially be increased RAM if you know how to configure it right. I don't. I just heard. Okay, so 2 more buttons, regular clear and clear all, which are just going to say the words clear and clear all for now. Which also need, oops, clear and clear all. Which also need tests. This be handled clear clicked. All right, so the 2 of you go up here as the last 2 buttons, and we'll make some space for you, which will be on the next row. BTN clear, BTN clear all. Oops, what I meant was BTN clear, BTN clear, BTN clear all, BTN clear all, and stuff. Okay, and we add some rules. BTN clean. Why did nobody tell me I used BTN clean? You probably did. And hash, BTN clear. Are you gonna, thank you. Are you gonna do clear all for me now? Because I'm lazy. Thank you. Such lazy. All right, and save my razor so that everything crashes like lightning. And now we can't even see it because crashing. Crashing. Why are we crashing? Create element on document tag name provided is not valid. You're not valid. No, you are valid. Bang important. Aw, Thanks, bot. Oh. Wait, these... Right. So here's the thing. Normally, I use camel case for my HTML IDs. And when Peter created our tests, which again, amazing, super duper grateful for, I believe he changed it to use dashes, to use snake. Big Gamies greeting Arshjun Games. Ursh. So anyway, now I don't know what to do with this because I don't want to name it the same as my classes. I don't know. I don't know what to do, man. What to do. Anyway, the other thing is I have no idea why we are crashing suddenly. But man, it's being super unstable. Wait, that's what's happening. When I deleted these two divs here, I use Control X, and what that does sometimes is it clears out the tag name from an earlier instance of that tag, not the one that is directly related to it. So yeah, that's bad. Anyway, hello Pasker Jr. Pasker. Anyway, what do you think about higher education and can I train myself professionally? Maybe you were here at the very beginning of the stream, which is why you brought this up. Maybe the YouTube algorithm saw that you were asking this in other people's streams and heard me talk about, I said YouTube algorithm, Twitch algorithm, heard me talking about it earlier. But I did have one hot take for our current education system, formal education system. I was reaching for it. It was spicy. But like, you can definitely train yourself professionally, and to read Thindle's message out loud, you can train yourself. Education does two things for you. It helps you think logically, and it shows potential employers that you can push through something that takes a long time and isn't easy. You can get all the same knowledge yourself, but then you have more you need to prove to potential employers. This is true. So my story has been that I did formal education. I did university. I got a bachelor's in computer science. And the main thing that university taught me was perseverance. Not really how to do software development, but how to persevere and buckle down and get the things done that needed to get done in order to accomplish the goal of graduating university with a degree. Most of my knowledge in programming came through doing it every day, watching tutorials, reading through tutorials, doing tutorials, trying to create my own projects, and just, yeah. But the hot take that we had earlier was just that the whole point behind most of the education systems that I'm familiar with are when you are asked a question, you need to provide the right answer. Because there is a right answer. And there's so much that is beaten into you through formal education, going through, let's say, K through 12, for example, in the US, where it's like, we're going to teach you this way to do things. If you deviate from that, I mean, we're going to be acknowledging you and allow you to be creative, but if you get the answer wrong while doing that, or if you don't show your work, especially that thing, then you're doing it wrong. Because if you can't show your work, you can't explain how you got this answer. And you need to be able to explain how you got an answer. And it's like, do you though? Do you really? Just to read more chat real quick. Mojo said, I got accepted to a computer science program and have deferred twice. Sindel said, I did no formal education past high school, but I started working as a developer on evenings and summers when I was 15, so I had stuff to show. Yeah, working as in paid, working for companies, so I had references when I came out of high school. So the big thing about it is definitely that gives you 4 to 5 years of programming experience because you went through formal education, and you can put that on your resume. I got a bachelor's, I got a master's, I got a PhD in whatever study. And that way employers will be like, okay, so you have that experience, and we are looking for a junior developer with 5 years of programming experience. And it's like, the only way you can really do that is by having a degree, or by having worked for someone else that was kind enough to take you in as a junior developer and give you 5 years, or internships, or things of this nature. I felt like saying it that way. Cheating is also a skill you can use when working. Don't know why schools frown at it so much. Yeah, you can look stuff up. So instead of teaching you how to be a problem solver, how to be creative, how to research, we're going to teach you this is how you do this specific type of math problem, or this is world history that you need to know. This is how geography works. And it's like, sure, we want to expose you to these things because you might not know what types of things you're interested in that you would want to do later in life. So we're going to expose you to all of it. Fine. But in doing so, you could also make the classes more exploratory as opposed to ritualistic. That's what I'm going to call it right now. So anyway, long story short, Pasker, yes, you have all of the tools you need. If you have the access to the internet, you have all of the tools you need to teach yourself, to even get with other groups that can help you learn. So it doesn't just have to be by yourself. There's a whole bunch of free websites out there that have free courses that are instructor led. You can find mentors on the interwebs. If you feel like it, hop into our Discord. We have a bunch of people there that are willing to help and just be really cool people overall. And not put you down for not knowing a thing, especially. So if you have questions while you're going through it, if you're looking for someone that you would like to mentor you, I mean, we mentor as a community mostly. It's not often that it's one-on-one, because a lot of us do have many things that we do throughout the day, but we do try to help out where we can. So we encourage you to just pursue whatever means makes sense for you. Again, formal education, good for some people even. It's not just for perseverance, for sticking through the things that you don't really want to do to be able to do the things that you want to do, although that's how I treated it. There are people that are like, I need an instructor to say, here is how we expect this to be done. Go and do it. Give it back to me. And if you did it different than the way I want you to, you're going to get a failing grade, kind of thing. You're going to get docked points. There are people that need that. So I don't want to restrict you or discourage you from doing formal education if that is something that you need or would like. So there you go. My 12 cents. And more conversation. Sir Black Soul, I said, self-employment as a side gig of studying, make them prove me otherwise. I think I understand, but agree as well. And then Thindle said, well, I stopped working for The Man after 3 years into my straight out of high school career, and I've been running my own company since. And Sir Black Soul says, I mean, as self-employed freelancer, you can write your own freelance letter. If they require 5 years experience, they can't prove me that I'm wrong. Yeah. And then Thindle said, I like going to conferences and watching YouTube to find cool things you can do, not how to do them. I like watching tutorials for how to do a thing. How do other people that are in situations that I'm not in do this type of thing? And what can I draw from that? What techniques can I use and adapt and then do it my way? Because I still want to do things that are industry standard, but as you guys know, or maybe you don't know, from 2000 on, I've pretty much been a solo dev. I didn't have any other developers that I worked with, save for maybe a total of 6 months when I took two temporary positions in total, where I got to work with the development team. Until I got to this job in May of 2 years ago. Last year. 2 years ago. Last year. May 2022. Mojo says, I bought a $50 monthly pass to an online .NET educational content creator. I'm speedrunning it because it's expensive, but I've learned so much and he structured it pretty well. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm still like, I exhaust all of my free resources. I'm grateful to the people that put out free content and don't expect anything to be, paid to them, because they just want to spread knowledge so that everyone has equal access to this knowledge, which is awesome. But I also understand the people that charge for putting content out to teach people, because it is valuable, and I respect that. And Sir Black Soul says, I have too many ideas, too little time. I know you meant the double O's and that, but that's fine. So I'm looking for ways to do more with less. But conferences stopped providing. Learning from tutors is 100% valid. Learning from a community of people that will lift you up instead of make fun of you for being a noob is one of the major things that helped me. Finding people that are just like, I know that question that you're asking is like leagues below me because I've gotten past that. I'm so past that. But I'm going to help you out anyway. Not because I'm trying to make a name for myself or anything, but because I think you could use the help. Cool. Okay. Yeah. No problem. Yeah, feel free to ask any questions that you want. We have a nice community that's willing to give you opinions, even if they're hot takes. And so Sir Black Soul said, someone might recommend to just use a video grabber, download all content, and then work through it on your own pace. But hey, you'd want to provide for your favorite content creator. Yeah, I mean, if it's someone that you are wanting to show respect to and in your appreciation, then yeah, of course you would. Like, that's why I subscribe to the people that I subscribe to, because I get stuff out of it, even if it's just entertainment sometimes. But Thindle said, I can get the broad strokes that way, but I like to read details or try and fail. That's what I do. Absolutely, until it works, which can be really fun. I think so too. And then Thindle said to Sir Black Soul, come to Gothenburg. Gothenburg? Anyway, and listen to me. I'm trying to make a name for myself. We know you are. Absolutely. Mojo said, I mean, dude's content is expensive outside the monthly pass. And Sir Black Soul says, I might do. I'm actually working for Nordic? Maybe Nordics? I don't know. But need to have a customer requesting something around the date you're having their speech. Mojo said, but he's the most recommended YouTube channel for learning.net. If you want to learn Blazor, another recommended YouTuber is Patrick God, unless that's who you're learning from. Because I love his style, his approach. The Z-Man says, time to spew some hot takes. Actually, he stated it, not questioned it. And then Thindle said, if you like video content, Pluralsight has a practically infinite amount of stuff. But it's one thing to have a ton of content, another to have a ton of quality content. You'd have to really pick through that stuff to find out what is actually quality. And if you're starting off, it's kind of hard to tell what is quality content and what isn't. Because that to me is one of those, Udemy, Pluralsight, those are just places where people post to try to make money. And they'll post whatever content. Not everyone. It's just the trainings that I have encountered that are offered there are all over the place. And then Skillshare is go away with you thieves. So that's probably how Thindle feels about Skillshare. But again, my opinions, no one else has to agree with that in any way, shape, or form. Nor is it accurate. It's just an opinion. Yeah, I watch YouTube, which again is another place that has a whole bunch of hit or miss tutorials, but there are definitely people on YouTube that post quality content and just put it out there for free. But then there are people that post content that probably shouldn't be learning from them. Maybe I'm included in that, but we have fun on our channel, so it doesn't matter. Isn't more entertainment than it is learning how to do software development. I try to do best practices and such, but a lot of times I'm just like, let's get this done. Let's just do it. Anyway, Big Gamey says, I think filthythieves.com was taken when Skillshare was set up, so they had to rebrand. That's terrible. And Thindle said, not all of it, Sir Black Soul, but yeah, some of it has gone stale. Yeah, and that's the other thing. A lot of the courses don't get updated either. So if you want that, then just search regular internet and you'll get a whole bunch of outdated documents and tutorials and videos. I look at Patrick. I'm talking about. Jeez, I don't know what TC is. Sir Black Soul said, also, they're missing deep dive stuff in most areas. I only see XYZ introduction or getting into ABC. The juicy stuff is hard to mass market. It is. Skillshare has a long history of buying courses off of Pluralsight and Udemy and reposting them. Plus two regarding deep dives. Absolutely. Then Sir Black Soul said, hate me for it, but actually I find LinkedIn Learning has quite great content, expensive and less supported by employers, but they acquired lynda.com. And they had been main competitor of Pluralsight. And then Irish John Game says, best practices, solid, planning, agile, gung-ho, fucking get it, fucking working, feck the standards. Did I get that right? I don't think I did. And then Mojo says, you monster, you're a monster. He's got monsters in his game, some skelebops. And the Mojo says, here's a PSA. Your local library may give you access to online learning resources for free. And Dukasoff said, if you're starting out using C#, you should take a look at this, which is the Free Code Camp Foundational C#, which if you wait, I was logged in under Automated Realms, wasn't I? No, that's me. That's me. Okay. Because it is supposed to be Automated Realms. Anyway, I did mine. I did this. And you misspelled Narnia. Nice. I found this to be pretty freaking nice. So they essentially take you through which Microsoft Learn modules and paths and modules to go through when you're starting out in C# and in the right order. And they partnered, I don't know what the word is. They are working with Microsoft on this to give you an official Foundations of C# certification. So you can even get a free certification at the end of this, provided you do all of these courses. When you do this, click the link, go through the entire path and each of the modules. Actually, go through all of the modules in each of the sections is what I said. And then pay attention to your answers to the questions. Then you'll come back here, you'll answer, check your answer, and then at the very end of this entire section here, they will have you hook up to your Microsoft Learn account from your free CodeCamp account so that they can verify that you got all of the trophies for completing each one of these modules. And then by the very end, you'll take a certification exam, you'll pass it because I know you will, and you will get an actual certification. And the certification will show up in your Microsoft Learn profile as well. So I definitely recommend doing this even if you aren't new to C#, if you've been using it for a while. There are some things that you'll be like, oh yeah, I completely forgot about that. And then you'll start using it again and be like, I'm glad I'm doing that. Okay, so Nintendo said, a company here in, I can't pronounce Swedish city names. Jönköping? Tried to recruit me. Just say Narnia. Not buy my company, just recruit me. Their main offer, except for a lower pay than I already have. Unlimited education budget on books and courses that you do on your off hours. And then how many times you sailed out to Kumlabi? Never sailed, but did take the ferry out there. You can rent a bike or just go hiking on the island. It's beautiful. If you like medieval shows, they run a bunch every summer too. I do love medieval shows. A few Swedish crusaders from there. And a company here in Narnia. Second one was close. Yay. It was so easy to find that I don't even try. No clue. And Irish John Game says, it's fine. Anyone who'd go looking would just want to fucking hug you anyway, you big lovable bastard. I can't say things the way you say it. It's just so dang cool. I can't be cool. I can only be nerdy. Okay, what did I break? Why or my style not going? I have it's probably because I need to restart again, because this thing is not doing hot reload the way it's supposed to be doing hot reload. And it's making me sad. Sir Black Soul says, minimum need for contract, 5 minutes to charge the internet, then you can quit again. I'm sure that means something. They'd be out of business after they gave me unlimited all access to their budget. And I said, just to waste their time? Nah, city is small enough that you don't want to piss people off, but still, they could have at least tried with the offer. Tried? It's like, sure. Like right now, for Sagetti, one of the cool things that you can get as an employer of this massive consulting firm that is multinational, is, I think it's either a $10,000 or $20,000 annual education budget that I have not at all taken advantage of, because one, it needs to be done on your own time, like you said. Two, you need to submit the the paperwork for whatever thing you did to get reimbursed for it. And 3, when you do get reimbursed, you need to be working there for 1 year from the time that you get reimbursed, most recent, until the next year. And if you leave before that time, then you have to pay back any amount of reimbursement that they gave you, prorated. So it's like, I'm not gonna take an incentive to do education using your money if that means that I will have to be committed to working for another year. I don't like being boxed in, I guess. But thank you so much for the follow, Noel Chefo. Noel Chef? Oh. Really appreciate your follow a few minutes ago. Okay, more calculator. More calculator. The thing with offering someone they want to recruit a salary offer, all tax info is public here in Sweden, and it takes all of 2 phone calls and a visit to the office to get exactly the amount I made last year. Hot tip is not to offer less than that. Sir Blackskull says, I'm at a stage where I don't get to see any of more money, so I'm rather after benefits than more salary. Cool. Cool. Very cool. Irish John Games is starting to come through in my voice with the cool. You haven't done that for a while though. I'm grateful for because it's so addictive. Okay, button dash clear is supposed to have a grid area, unless I spelled it incorrectly, of btn clear. So and hash button dash clear and hash button dash clear all. So btn clear all, btn clear, btn clear, btn clear all, btn clear all. So what am I doing incorrectly here? One, two, three, four, five, six. Oh, I've added a row. There we go. 2 underscore. The ass of steel. Those buns, though. Okay, so I think we've got this looking decent-ish, looking the way that we want. So the next thing that I would like to do with this, other than implement the back button, is to what? What was I gonna do? Enable the ability to use your key presses to use the calculator. The what? The calculator. Fart is speed in Swedish. Oh, jeez. And fart is always so funny in different languages. I would tell you what it is in Spanish, but I think I'm getting it confused with another word that's just a really bad word. I mean, I don't really curse on the stream. I don't mind curse words. They don't bother me as much as they might bother other people, but that's the thing. They might bother other people and I don't want to use them for my streams, which is nothing to say about your streams. You guys can use as much, whatever words you use on your stream, and I have no problem with it. That's funny. That's almost how it sounds when a wild fart appears. And end is slut. German. I know that end in German is 999. We have so many words for it. Frus, Knattern, Shorts. Shorts. Band. And many more, but official is Furs. I can't words. I had to look it up. In Irish, it's Bryn. I am doing terrible at pronouncing these, by the way. Least funny fart word ever is Sag. It sounds like a really bad word. I probably just said a really bad word. German is such a fun language. You can say anything if you just tighten your throat a bit, and it sounds like you're gonna kill someone. Literal perfect pronunciation of Bryn. I have no idea. Like the one that got me, and I don't know if this is Irish or if it's just Celtic or if there's a difference, but this name here, his name is like, how do you pronounce that? Might be Scandinavian or something. You have a niece called, and how is it pronounced? Can you write the phonetic spelling of how it is pronounced? Because I think it would be shocking to a bunch of people. It's pronounced like Niev. It's like, what? What? I'm sorry. I don't see any V's in here. I have a lot of Irish names in my family, actually. I'm not even going to try pronouncing those. Mostly because you're shouting, Thindle. Don't shout in my stream. Or in my chat. Hated UI layout. I'm just gonna commit and push. Oh man. Oh, you are gonna challenge me on those. I've seen the SAOIRSE and I've heard it a couple of times now, but I can't remember for the life of me how to pronounce that. Wow. Yeah, my name, I guess, is hard enough on its own for native English speakers. Because, like, at a glance, it's just like, him it. It's like, why are you stuttering? There's only 7 characters. It's Umberto. The H is silent. It's like a ninja. It'll sneak up on you. Sirsha. Humb, Erto. Humb, Erto. Oh man, these are crazy pronunciations for words that just break your brain when you grow up speaking English, speaking American English at that. I have the most boring name of them all. It's Dukasat. But that's not a boring name. Duke of. Duke the Third. The Duke. Simon says, duh. Where are we? We're in Cancun. At least that's where I was a few months ago, and now I'm having trauma. Okay, so the thing that I wanted to get done is to get some key press stuff to work. Here's the thing though. Here's the thing. Do we want to register a key press listener when the app starts so that it's always listening for keystrokes? Or do we only want the key press listener to be in effect when the calculator is open? That's kind of tough for me to think about because my goal with the calculator, actually, you know what? We'll probably do this first. My goal with the calculator is to be able to have it be squished back down to up there, but also click draggable around the screen, around the UI. So you can move it hither and thither, because I can say that. Wait, what? Oh my goodness. For education to become a specialist nurse. I love this freaking community. I do too. You guys are amazing. Don't worry up the Duke. Wouldn't like the name. Oh, Diddy. Dubaruba, Dubaruba? Dukabuba? Something. I'm gonna work on the next thing, which is to make this thing, and I've been wanting to do this for a while. I don't think that I've actually implemented anything that when you click drag it, it moves to wherever you move it to. Dukabooba. No, Dukaboba. Batman. Da 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 da. Dukabooba. Yeah. Yeah. It's still really hard to say though. I've never implemented a click drag and it stays in place when you click drag it. So I think we're gonna have fun trying that. Now, a good person, a person that is doing proper programming practices would maybe design a little bit and sketch out how they want it to work. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to dive right in. All right, so what I'm going to do is I am going to create a component called, I'll put it in shared components, called draggable what? Draggable, what do we want to call this thing? Naming things is hard. Draggable components. We'll put, no. We're going to create a folder first. Dear sir or madam, do not draggable components, because this will have more than just this draggable container component. It'll have other things like drag and drop list. Why not? So draggable container is what I want to call it. We'll have a .razor and a .razor.cs and a .razor.sass. And that .razor.sass will be compiled to regular CSS, and we'll save that. This thing is going to tell us we need to reload. Zerbaxel says, somehow I need to randomly think about the spider Schwein from Simpson. I'm not sure how the spider pig version would sound anywhere as close as funny to spider swine. I don't think I've seen that episode, so I don't know either. Oh, you know what else is happening that I didn't really notice? I recently installed Visual Studio Preview so that I could play around with .NET 8 preview stuff, which installed .NET 8 preview, and now my command line is using .NET 8. So maybe we also want to add a .NET config text file. Is it just .NET.config? No, that's not what I want. I want a .NET config. Global. Whoops. What I meant was global.json. I was way off. Okay, global.json, put in SDK version. And oh, look at that. Beautiful, beautiful. Don't dox yourself. Nodox. What is the version that was 7.1. Excuse me, what's your latest? 7.0.400. Which I think is the one that I have installed. It better be the one I have installed. What is the command line command? Do you show me all of them? Okay, wait. Not helpful. What is the command? .NET CLI show all available frameworks. .NET list. Frameworks. .NET list framework. Framework? No, it doesn't work with list. Gosh, I don't know. Install .NET versions. List SDKs. Not bad. I was only far off. Somehow, wait, I missed a thing. Zush says there is no way any version sounds better than the French Spider Cocan. I am not going to be able to pronounce French. My throat is not up to the challenge. Especially still having some of the almonds from my meal bar stuck in my throat. Okay, we have 7.0.4. Good, good. So we can use it. So now if I do .NET Watch, since this is in my solution from somewhere up the tree from where my project is, it knows to use .NET 7. And that way I won't be coming up. I know. How about this? How about if we go folder, yeah. Take this and put it one more level up. Did they change Explorer again? It looks different. I think it's the coloring, and maybe there's more vertical space. Anyway, I put it up one more if you just saw. And so if I add an existing item, add existing item, and I navigate to here, then that should have, wait, where are you now? Are you commented out? I commented it and then didn't save. Anyway, that should have put it in our solution items. All right, how about now? Can we .NET Watch? Give me my son. Control C is not doing a thing. I did install Bacon and we used it. I'm about to push a version that has eggs. .NET Stare. And there it goes. Hopefully this means that it is now using .NET. Oh, okay. So I do have build errors because I just created these files. Public partial. And there we go. Now what do you say? Do you want to build? Okay. So tell me when you're done pushing. So pushy. Good. All right, there we go. And then we will look at your masterpiece. I think the command is going to be something, I can't remember command line commands off the top of my head, but it'll be something like .NET install, .NET tool, install, and then Bacon update. I don't know. .NET tool update Bacon. I'd pay something like this, but we'll get there. And you are being very weird. So you go over here, please. Go. Not you. You. Okay. All right, so we are going to create a draggable container, and that draggable container is essentially just going to be a div with a div draggable area. So I'm putting content in there so we can see it. I will use a class because since there's potentially going to be multiple of these on the screen, then we won't want to have ID conflicts. I could also do the thing that I typically do with my reusable components, which is have a private GUID. Actually, we just do string directly. Id GUID new GUID. Oh my gosh. To string, and this will be read only. And that way we have a draggable container GUID. And then if we needed to have IDs for everything essentially, so that we can maybe target things specifically, then we would be able to do that. Where's the README, Thindle? Oh my goodness. Where's the README? It's already been forked. I'll fork it, add a README, and then do a PR. I have 2 contributors. It does too. I created it right here. But how can I read all about the bacon men? Okay. Div class. I like that, draggable content. And then this is where the draggable content goes. Okay, so basic structure is down. We're going to have a parameter called public render fragment child content. I prefer now using this allow null approach. I think it looks cleaner. It has the same essentially effect, but oh no, do I have generate docs turned on? Content be displayed in the draggable container. A container that can be dragged around the screen. Thank you. Beautiful. Okay, so there's going to be a lot of fun stuff that we get to do with this as far as getting functionality to work the way that we are expecting. I don't know how to write tests for this. I would want to write some tests now for some methods. So the thing that I am struggling with, the reason that I don't know how to do tests for this is because I would need to also learn how to do mocking a drag move and then tell the mouse to go from position A to position B and say that the Windows top left corner needs to be at this location. But to get that information, you need to use JavaScript callbacks, and there is very little support for doing JavaScript interop in BUnit tests. So it almost doesn't seem... Huh? What happened, Crisp? It almost doesn't seem worth it to write tests for this functionality because it's all UI. So I would need to use something more like Playwright if I wanted to do this. Yeah, okay, so we're going with that though. And the way that I'm gonna do that is this thing that it needs to, the name id doesn't exist in the current context. It does true. Child content doesn't exist in the current context. It does true. It's right here. Yeah, it goes away as soon as I save this file, even though this file was saved. But what we're gonna do is essentially write some CSS, but we're also going to need some basic structure. Okay, how about this? We write our basic methods that we know we're gonna need and then add all of our callbacks and stuff. But I also want some basic CSS. Dang it. So what I'll do then is I'll put the calculator inside of a draggable container first, which is in main layout, I believe. Calculator? Calculator. Maybe I put the calculator in the top bar. That's weird. That is very weird. I don't know why I would have done that, but I did. So we're going to put you inside of a draggable container. And that should be all it takes. There should be no structural visual changes, but we can see in our DOM that we now have our calculator surrounded by come on. But we should now see that we have our calculator, our modal for the calculator, surrounded by a draggable oh yeah, here it is. Oh my gosh. Okay, surrounded by a draggable container. Okay, package is being verified. Congratulations. So I am going to pin you. I might need some JavaScript interop, so we will keep you. Although I think we have a TypeScript file that does our interop for us. And in fact, we're most likely going to use a, in fact, let's create it now, a JavaScript isolation approach. So draggable container.razor.ts. And we're going to have this generate our JavaScript file for us. And I'm going to have to figure out how to set up our MS build task or whatever it is that we're going to do to get TypeScript to JavaScript. I don't want to use a TS config, and I'm pretty sure that we can just use the NuGet package for MS build TypeScript. But we'll explore that in a second. For now, let's just do all of the Blazor C# things. Denied. Reason. No readme. Here. Okay. So for our calculator then, we want to get rid of the modal. Oh no, except that our structure depends on there being modal. How about if we just do card? Oh man. I might. I might do some refactoring real quick. We're going to create a new component called calculator header. And that's going to be the very best. All of this stuff. And for now, I'm just going to put it in the code block, but we'll move it to a code behind when I'm done with all of this. Whoa! Thank you so much for the raid, Miss Pixie. Hello. I don't know if you have commercials, so I'll wait a minute. But if you are able to hear, thank you so very much for the raid. We are in the middle of refactoring a little calculator functionality that we put into our stream project. Oh, you can hear. Good. String formula output. And you're kind of gonna be a get set, I guess. And you are nullable as well. Okay, so let me greet all of you. Hello and welcome in. So we are working on a stream project called the Financial Management Calculator. It is a .NET everything project, including the kitchen sink. So I've set it up to be a Blazor Blazor UI shared Razor class library. And this is where all of my UI goes, aside from, some reusable components that I could turn into a component library if I wanted to. But this is like all of the things that are not specific to this application. So like just a basic card, I'm making this draggable component right now. A flyout, which is like, side drawer, kind of flies out. Icon, where you can just specify an enum and it'll print out an icon. Modals, progress, bars, etc. So I already do have my own component library that I put together. It's not the greatest, but it's also available on my GitHub. And of course, feel free to tell us what you were doing on your stream as well. Blazor component library. For all of us from my stream that don't know Miss Pixie, here is a way to follow them. And unless Dukasoft already did. Dukasoft, you're amazing. And here goes my follow. Immediately. Okay, so anyway, this is my Blazor component library. It has a whole bunch of stuff. These came about because I was working for a place called the Rocky Mountain Arsenal, which is now the Rocky Mountain Wildlife Refuge here in Denver. Yeah, thank you again for the raid. I'm still gonna say my little quick story because I am ending my stream soon, but not before we get to your thing, Bindle, I promise. Put the .NET tool upgrade, .NET tool install, whatever it is, command in chat for me, and I'll do that. Okay, so I used to work for Rocky Mountain Arsenal, which is a place where they have, you said there we go. No, not the actual commands to run it, the update, the tool install, tool update. It's a place where they had a whole bunch of environmental issues. Anyway, and so there was a massive cleanup effort that was done, and so I was working on the applications they use to track the water quality, ground soil sample quality and stuff. And I did that for 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. I did that for a long time, and then while I was doing that, Blazor came out, and I learned how to do Blazor. I enjoyed doing Blazor so much, and I was like, it's still really hard for me to manipulate other people's component libraries, so I may as well create my own. So all of these are just component library components that I created on my own based on my needs, based on the things that I wanted that weren't easy to customize from existing component libraries. And it also taught me how to make my own components, which I really enjoyed doing. So that's out there. If you want to play around with those, feel free. If you want to do any kind of cleanup and fixes to the broken stuff that's in there, because there's plenty of broken stuff, feel free to do that too. I'll accept pull requests, especially the one from Dependabot that I have not done anything with yet. But those are component library stuff. The financial management calculator, though, not calculator, financial management application, we've been working on a calculator, that's why it's in my head, is because when I worked at the Arsenal, I used to stream every day for 1 million hours a day. Copy that. And it wasn't really 1 million hours. It couldn't be 1 million hours. It had to be 1,000,001. So I ended up streaming all day. When I got my new job, I wasn't able to stream my work. I'm losing my place. And because I can't stream my work, I still wanted to stream Blazor content, and I still wanted to stream as often as I could. Whoa, it moves. And it's also broken. Oh, there it goes. Hold on. Gotta make it bigger. There we go. Okay, I wanted to still continue streaming, especially Blazor content, because I love doing Blazor. And unfortunately, I couldn't stream my current job. I can't even talk about who the client is that I'm working for. I can tell you that I work for a big company called Sagetti, and Sagetti is a consulting firm. I work for Sagetti US specifically, and any views and opinions that I express on my stream are my own and not necessarily the views and opinions of Sagetti. So anyway, I couldn't stream as often anymore. So now I stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 10:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Mountain Time, which 12:30 p.m. is right now, just so you know. Bacon came before the egg. Confirmed. There is no such thing as bacon.lua. Did we lose the bacon command with that? Tyndall? I wanted my bacon. Found a bug in your code. Now you know. Anyway, so I wanted to still stream, and I stream Blazor, and so we came up with a stream project called the Financial Management Calculator, financial management application, and so it's intended to be just a stream project that anyone could pick up and learn from. It's completely broken now for some reason. And I'll have to figure out what this is. But that just happened. Otherwise, I would have taken you through the app. It is a way for you to track your financial spending and savings manually. So the whole intent of this is for you to manually enter your financial transactions, whether they are payments, deposits, transfers, or you're managing lists of stuff. So normally you would see some sample transaction stuff, but right now it seems to be Baroque. Although, you know the cool thing about using Git? Is I could do a local commit for started draggable container component, local commit, save, and I can check out. Why did I know how to check out branches? Main, rebuild and launch. And since the only thing that we were doing in that branch was working on this calculator here, everything else is going to be working just fine. I'm trying to give Thindle enough time to, you know, take over the stream. While I'm doing that, I'm also going to have Twitch open and find out who we're going to head over to once we are done with this part. Okay, so here's the quick walkthrough of the application. The data entry page will default to payments. And so you can see here, it is now listing all of my accounts that I have entered manually using this magical button right here that no one will know is add account because it's a button that's next to an account dropdown, which probably doesn't really mean add account. It's probably more like an edit button, but whatever. We'll do some better design and fix that. But you can see here are all of the transactions related to that account that I clicked on. Opens in this flyout side drawer that's not currently animated, but we'll animate it. We'll also update colors and styling and stuff like that. Here is the list of all transactions that I've entered. We're going to make this pageable. Here are all of the people that I can buy from, and then I'll have a way to add from here more places to buy from to pay money to. Deposits are here are places that we can get send money to and why we're sending money to them from an external source. such as in regular paychecks, Twitch revenue, just because pirates, and transferring money between accounts that we are tracking in the app. And so again, the whole point is to track this manually. It's not intended to be connected to your financial institution. There are plenty of other apps out there that do that. For me, I like to track my stuff manually. I'm currently using Access, Microsoft Access, to do that. And I wanted to port that over to a Blazor application. So I am doing that. Aside from being a web application, it is also, I guess I should say, aside from being a single page application Blazor WebAssembly app thing, it's also a Blazor server app, but it's also a MAUI app, which allows us to target Android, iOS, Mac, Tizen, Windows, as well as a straight up WPF application, which is targeting Windows. So we are truly multi-platform. And since it all uses the same data store, it could be cross-platform too, where you can access the same data, provided you tell your local running app to access your local running database. Okay, is that enough time, Thindle? If not, I'm gonna need to start leaving. I mean, I don't need to start leaving. Today is Labor Day, but I do want to keep the same schedule because I want to get back to studying. I am going to be studying, or I am still studying for my AI 900 certification. So what we gonna do then is we done gonna wanna figure out where my multi-stream went. And we're gonna hop over to this channel, and we're gonna hop over to this channel and this channel. Okay, so I'm not as fancy pants as Elisha is. She has this really cool thing where you can all type in names of people that you want to raid, and then it gets voted on who you can raid. So I'm not that cool. I want to be. I really do. I'm not. So instead, I'm going to give you 3 choices of who to raid. Again, I'm still buying Thindle some time. But these are the 3 people that I am going to be lurking on their streams. Up here we have Sedelix with his Sedelix bot. We have Code Red Games, which Thindle has already recommended. And up here we have Dragon Spirit Games. So if you guys don't know any of these guys, they're all game developers, as you can tell. These 2 use Unity. I'm pretty sure that these two use Unity. I'm pretty sure that Dragon Spirit uses Unity for his main game, but I don't really know what he's working on today. Are you working on Gaia today, Dragon Spirit? I don't know. So unless anyone has any other recommendation, suggestion, we're going to raid Thindle. Thindle's not streaming at the moment. But if you were streaming, you'd be able to show us your .NET Bacon when you're done updating it. But, okay. So for now, Thindle is the only one that has made a recommendation. And so I'm going to go with it. We are going to raid Code Red Games, who's working on Roguelite, which is a roguelite. He mentioned the difference between roguelite and roguelite, and I forget which one his game falls under, but it's crazy looking. It's gonna be fun times. So we'll head over there. And again, I will be lurking on all 3 of them while I do my study. So I hope you guys enjoyed today. I hope you had fun. We got some stuff done. We're going to finish up the draggable container in the next stream. I will be back again on Wednesday, and I feel super short. But yeah, that's going to be it for me for today. I will be posting a recording of this video no sooner than 24 hours after I end the stream, typically around 12:45 Mountain Time. on the next day, if I get to it. Okay, ciao for now. Enjoy the rest of your day. Feel free to hang out with us on Discord too. Bye.